Radiant Team's turn to ban.
Alright, so this time we've got
Dire
Infamous
Team's turn to
Gaming
pick.
and Chief Blackhawk. And the two teams. Grand Final, Battle Cup.
Radiant Team's turn to pick.
Infamous Gaming getting the Tide Hunter, this time banning the Silencer and the Void, with Spin and Warlock banned on the other side. So I'm just going to let this run. I need to take a quick bathroom break, so we will revisit the draft and the picks and my
10
thoughts on that
seconds
here in a
remaining.
little bit.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Crystal Maiden. Radiant Team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire Team's turn.
Immediately picking up both supports here with a CM Treant Protective. A lot of root, not a lot of like hard stun though.
Radiant Team ban.
Tidehunter Omni Knight. We've seen Infamous Gaming likes to run those healing supports. The Omni Knight, the Warlock. However, the Warlock's banned out, so we'll have to see where they go from here on that.
10 seconds remaining. Dire Team's turn to ban. Radiant Team ban. Dire Team ban. Radiant Team's turn to pick.
Ban out the Tinker and the Necro. Obviously, people looking at past games there. Top 3 bans for Chief Blackhawk are all picks from the last 2 games of Infamous. So we'll have to
5
see if they
seconds
mix
remaining.
things up here.
You're using up your reserve time.
See if they've got a plan in store for when things start getting banned out.
Dire Team's turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Radiant Team's turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin, Timbersaw, alright.
Ten seconds remaining.
Phantom Assassin's got a lot of burst. It's going to be hard to beat CM
5 seconds remaining.
if that's PA gets any kind of farm. Just get 1 or 2 shotted.
Reserve time.
Won't be able to get a lot of spells off. You're definitely going to have to watch your positioning on that. Probably even the same with being a tree. He's a little more tanky, but once you start getting crits on that PA, you don't have enough armor items. You're just going to get cleaved down. Have to see if the PA goes for, say, a Battle Fury build, or maybe something more like Deso Vlad's kind of build. I'm always curious how people decide to build their PAs. I feel like the Battle Fury build is almost too greedy. I feel like that requires too much time in the jungle. We'll have to see though. We know Infamous has been running more of the 5-man group up and fight kind of deals. We'll have to see if Chief Blackhawk can figure that out. They do come up with Medusa. That's going to
Dire team's turn to pick.
make team fights a little interesting with Stone Gaze. With Overgrowth and
10 seconds remaining.
Freezing Field and CM's Root, she can probably
5
sit there and
seconds
dish out a
remaining.
lot of damage.
Reserve time.
Alright, they're going to pick up an Ursa, Infamous says.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Blink in also destroys Crystal Maiden pretty well. Blink in, a couple of swipes. Crystal Maiden's pretty much toast. It's going to be a sad game, I think, to be a Crystal Maiden.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, who do you really harass? The Omni Knight?
Reserve time.
With Dejin, or he may just decide to run at you anyway.
Dire team's turn to ban.
So they ban out the Nyx. I don't really think that was going to be a pick for Infamous, but they did ban it out. For some reason they didn't want to play against it.
Dire team's turn to
They
pick.
banned out a Liege Commander. No, that would have been a pick I would have picked against their lineup either, so. A couple of interesting last bans in my mind. But I mean, what do I know?
10 seconds remaining.
So what are they in the last
5
pick? They're in the
seconds
last
remaining.
pick. It's in the last pick Strength Heroes. I could see them wanting to do
Reserve
like
time.
a Wraith King. Maybe Sven's banned out. Weaver's banned out. Yeah, Anti-Mage. I could see them maybe wanting to try an Anti-Mage here. I don't know why I think that. It's kind of what I'm picturing in my head now. Maybe a Luna. Pick up the Luna again, like they had in game 1. But then you're regulating the Tide to support role. I think they're actually looking for support. Maybe I don't know, maybe a Witch Doctor? Oh, OD. Okay, so they're going to go greedy
Radiant team's turn
with
to
Omni
pick.
Tide as support. And then Chief Blackhawk immediately come in with a Slark. We'll have to see if the Slark can get enough farm to be spooky or not here. So I'll go through the stuff here quick. We've got T on the Tide Hunter. Smither is going to work the Outworld Devourer for the Dire side. On the Radiant side, we've got Smooth Ride on the Crystal Maiden, Shake 'em Low on the Tree and Protector, Schnolls on the Timbersaw, D's Nuts on Medusa, and Hamka on the Slark. And just going to pick up the Omni Knight this time.
10 seconds
So waiting
remaining.
to see who's going to play what as far as My Destiny is going to play the PA.
5 seconds remaining.
And so that's probably their mid. It's going to be mid PA. And then, but Keto, normally the Warlock support, is going to play the Ursa. So I wonder if that means this is going to be like a jungle Ursa with a. No, I guess mid has always been Smithers, hasn't it? With a Omni PA safe lane and an off lane Tide, maybe. Guess we'll see here in a minute. See who wins the enemy face-off battle here. Oh man, I've got to give it to the Radiant on this one. However, there, Radiant. I don't know. One of those teams. Tower battle goes to the Radiant. 787 to 268. here we go. Let's go look at the cosmetics of the Radiant side. We've already seen most of the cosmetics there on the other side. Got the Lobster Slar cabinet. Very nice. Pretty basic Medusa. Interesting little Timbersaw set. Got the Immortal. Controlled burn. And then we've got just regular old tree. I guess it's not regular old tree, but just ageless witness. Do tree.
Wow!
Wow! Thanks, LD. Let's look at the
30 seconds to battle.
5 people need me. He's got a nice ogre one. That's not bad.
Wow!
Kunkka boat. Nice. Actually have that Kunkka set as well. Points for that. Life Stealer. Blade Master. Oh, he's doing the taunt. Oh, nice.
Wow!
Interesting jumping up in the air thing. Alright.
I'll take that.
Grouped up as 4 again here. Let's see if they decide to... They don't decide to smoke up this time. The last 2 games they have smoked up and pushed out. They've decided to play it safer this time and not push down there and get that rune. So we're going to have a Slark CM safe lane.
There's a DC. Can we pause?
My Destiny is disconnected. Tide pauses. Meet it unpause from Outward Devour.
Let's go!
And then he repauses it.
Wow!
Wow. Got Medusa mid. It looks like we're going to have Timbersaw off with a little bit of tree support. No shield for the PA. It looks like they're going to 3-man lane again.
Wow!
It's a lot of tri-laning happening. I don't know if that's the play, man. So we're going to wait a minute here. Just enjoy the mid lane scene. Looks like we got a reconnect from PA.
The battle resumes.
Nothing for you.
Alright, we got Ursa Omni Knight, just a Slark CM. Got some action happening up here. That hunter's getting rooted. They're just kind of beating on him. He's got that early level in Kraken Shell again. But that is not going to help him farm a whole lot. He's just going to take some beatings here until he gets another level or so. Another disconnect from the PA. People out there judging where they're from, asking where they're from. Mexico, habla bien to English. No me lo que es Sagabat. Learning foreign languages with Dota. Next best thing to Rosetta Stone, right? area has reconnected finally.
Let's get on with it.
Alright. CM ward. The D ward, I think, there. Either that or she ate a tree, I'm not sure which. Just a little bit of last hits. Slark's not really interested in going on any of them right now, especially not with 3 of them there. He's more interested in just bopping these creeps, getting a few levels, a little bit of farm. He does have Pounce ready, so he can hippity hop his way away should he feel the pressure. Tidehunter getting punched by the tree some more. Burned through all but one of his tangos. He's going to run out of regen here pretty soon. He was able to get level 2, so he does have Anchor Smash. Should allow him to get a few more last hits. Maybe re-harass a little bit here on the Timber Saw. Looks like the tree's going to rotate out. Slark gets a Pounce off. Here comes a Purification. Heal up the PA. I don't think Slark was really thinking that was going to kill. I think he just wanted to harass a little bit. Maybe force out some mana. Force the PA back. Gets a deny there. Let's pull up the last hits thing, because I'm bad at remembering to do that. So, they get a ward down. They can see this tree walking back and forth. He's able to get a leech seed off there. Gets daggered in his face for the trouble. OD's leading the last hits, 15-6. Timber Saw's 13-4. Slark's 11-4 and 10-6. So Dire's struggling a little bit on last hits on every lane except for the mid lane here. We'll have to see if they can recover from that. Looks like Ursa's done decided to walk off into the jungle. Work on bopping some creeps there. So people wondering where the tree and protector is. Timbersaw's just going to town up here. Regen is out of there for the Tidehunter, so he's got to be careful not to take too much damage, or he'll have to leave the lane. So probably gonna play it pretty safe, I would think. Here comes Root, Pounce, Heal, Repel, and he's out. So they are trying to go for some early kills here. Not what I would have expected, I don't think. So kind of surprising in that regard. I would have kind of assumed just a little bit of harassment, let the Slark farm, but not the case. Tidehunter's working to his Midas again. Working on getting that. OD's found himself a double damage rune. This has got Quilla's already queued up, working towards the Midas as well. Still has 4 tangos, lots of regen left on the Medusa. 19 last hits, 9 denies there. Takes a Whirling Blade to the face. How much damage does that do? Stat loss 15%, 100 damage. Every one of those he takes, he loses 15% of his health, man. Brutal stuff. You take too many of those, you don't have any health as a strength hero. So, tree has rotated back up. Surprised to see so much rotations on the tree. He's not usually one of those supports you would expect to see running around the map a whole lot. Does get Leaf Seed off. It is going to force the Tide back under his tier 1. And like I said, with no regen, I don't know that he's really interested in putting up a fight here. Whirling Blade misses, another Leaf Seed comes out. Timber Chain. They're going for first blood here. There's no TPs coming. Infamous Gaming just said, screw you, Tidehunter. We're busy. First blood goes the way of the Timber Saw.
Dire Snow fortified their structures.
Meanwhile,
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
More farming going on bottom here. Slark's doing well, 22 and 6. Considering he was tri-lane for a little bit, and he has a Slark, I feel like he's doing quite well. All three of Radiant's cores are farming quite well right now. Timbersaw and Tree are kind of cutting the creep wave here. Looking to maybe get some early damage on the tower from some creeps. However, Tidehunter is just going to probably be able to stand there and tank the creeps. He's not terribly worried about it. With the help of his trusty catapult, he may not be too terribly worried about it. So we've got Ursa jungling. Has poor man's up. Brown boots. Not the greatest amount of farm for 6 minutes, but probably be working into those phase boots now. Still cutting the creep wave, and like I said, Tide just really doesn't care. He's gonna smack the tree too. Like, get away from my tower. Alright, you got a TP coming in from the Ursa here. Besides, maybe he wants a little piece of this lane.
Missing middle.
So now they see the Ursa top. Going on Slark. It's pretty hard to kill. Froze the creep. I'm not sure about that. Slark needs to be careful. He's not yet 6. He's got a fairy fire, so I guess he's probably okay. But he needs to be careful until he hits 6 and get that passive regen happening. And then it would be a lot harder for this bottom lane to be able to kill him. It looks like the bottom lane's backing off. They're going to the well. That should give him enough space there to hit level 6. He just needs a couple more creeps. We're still putting a lot of pressure on this top tower. Letting Ursa and Tide though, they're just sitting under the tower farming. Like, they're not terribly worried about it. A lot of damage coming in. Throws out the Ravage. Living Armor comes in. There's the Root. That's gonna be it. That's a double kill. Well played. Comes out from the CM. Slark pounces away. He's level 6 now. So he's just gonna back up, catch up a little bit on that passive. Maybe eat a tree. Cut down a tree. Or the raft. I don't know what he's gonna do with the tree. Tidehunter TP back in. They did move the Omni Knight up top now. Maybe looking to defend this tower a little bit more after giving it the double kill.
This'll come in handy.
However, he's a strength hero as well, and every one of those whirling blades is going to take up a chunk of his health too. However, he can repel himself, and that may be what they're thinking. The whirling blade, purification, repel, TP in from the PA. They're looking to retake this fight. Tree's going to get some living armor out. There's the overgrowth. It's 2 dead. Ursa's looking to grab the piece of that tree. Timber's like, nah, maybe don't do that. And he's taking a lot of damage. Timber's not giving up yet. He's going in for the kill. That's another kill. Is he going to chase down the Omni Knight as well? He's a little short on mana. Decides to just back up. Bop some more creeps. Got CM Orma. Orma? Yeah. CM Aura. Coming out, he should be able to get some of that mana back. They have now left Slark pretty much alone in the bottom lane. PA is going back down there after her death. But Slark is now level 7, starting to work on that Shadow Blade. He's still quite a bit away, still needs a couple thousand here. Yeah, about 2,000. 1,500, something like that. And so Timbersaw is just kind of 1v3ing up here. Got the CM with him now. He is still short on mana though. I don't really think this is the fight he needs to take with the OD coming in. We're seeing gets a Root off. They are going to be able to take down the OD. Tree has now got lead seat out on Omni Knight. He's slow. See him root. That's another death. BATP's top now. Throws out a dagger and then just stands under her tower because there is still 3 Radiant heroes with full health right here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Slark is beating on the tower. He's like, hey, you guys want to leave me alone down here? I'll take care of this. Don't worry.
Dire's bottom tower is being kicked away. Dire's bottom tower has shattered.
He gets himself a tower, gets him a Shadow Amulet, puts him about halfway there. Meanwhile, mid lane, Medusa's got the Midas up, got the Aquila, level 10, 63 last hits, 31 denies. Just having a field day, chilling in mid, bopping some creeps. You know, vacation. He jumps in, but it's just a dead PA. They just dive in the tower, getting a kill. I think it's time for the Dire to just let this top tier 1 go, man. They've got this warded up. There's 3 heroes up here. They just keep feeding away kills. It's now 9-0. Dire has not been able to secure a single kill yet.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold farm.
Now, OD does have quite a bit of farm. He was able to get boots and a bottle up. He's level 9. Does have that ultimate. He can get enough instolen. He's working towards getting that Rod of Atos up, but he's not there yet. He's got both bracers, but he still needs more. He's able to get a couple pieces of int there, but that's not really going to be enough to allow. Oh, good hammer drop. Timbersaw's coming in. He's like, hi. I hear you guys have moved mid. I would like to come participate. And here comes Slark. He's like, hey, I got my tower down bottom here. Oh, big Ravage. Gets 3 of them. It's not going to quite be enough. Here comes the Stone Gaze. And there's nothing they can do but try to run away. But while they're running, there's just a Timbersaw there. Slark comes back. Omni almost gets the Slark, but again, no deaths on the Radiant side. 3 for none. Slark's just going to go regen. And Medusa's just going to deal with this tower. While Tree and Timbersaw assist. So that's all of the tier 3s down. DTP's bottom, looking to throw some orbs at the Slark. Slark's like, yeah, I'm good. Goes back to the jungle. Well, Timbersaw's just diving tier 2s. Snake comes out, does quite a bit of damage to PA. They immediately run back to the high ground. Omni Knight repels himself, he's trying to get to the high ground. Dagger comes out, slows down the Timbersaw.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
And they proceed to tower bombing.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Very methodical, very slow. OD walks downhill into the Timbersaw. I don't know if that's the place to walk.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Looks like he's going to safely make it back to high ground. He's lucky that they were worried about bopping this tower than killing him. That could have been a bad situation.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Timbersaw jumps up. They did get to tier 2. Looks like maybe they're going to rotate top. Medusa's going to throw out a snake here. They're going to be able to catch out the Ursa here. They're going to see him. Timbersaw's like, hey, I want to farm this camp. It's not going to be enough. Ursa's going to TP out. And back to the base he goes. They're going to go grab this creep wave, push out this tier 2 it looks like. Got the moving ward of Tree over here. Working on clearing up some of the creeps. He'll push the lane in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So he's just cutting the creep wave. Meanwhile, Dyers, 5 men grouped up on the bottom half of the map here. Doesn't look like they're going to group up to defend this at all. So this might just be another tier 2 that goes down.
This should make my life easier.
At this point, that might be the best plan. Is to just go try to get some farm.
Dyer's top tower?
Being down 12k at 16 minutes is not a good place to be.
They're beating on
They've
Dyer's
got to do
top
something.
tower.
I really don't think trying to defend this tier 2 is the play.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Tier 2 has now gone down.
Dyer's top tower.
Clark already has
has
his
fallen.
Shadow Blade. This is getting pretty out of hand here for Chief Blackhawk. Again, Astral Imprisonment. Here comes the Stone Gaze. Causes them to run away. There's the Root. Guardian Angel comes out. They're diving deep. They're able to get 1 kill on the Omni Knight. CM ult comes out. It's able to take down. Oh, and there's the hammer. But even it's not enough to kill anybody. CM's low. She's going to get the living armor. She's going to walk back. And this should be an easy tier 3. Maybe even a set of racks. Ursa does buy it back, but he's so low level and so poor, he'll be back in 10 seconds anyway.
Top tower?
No reason to waste it. Omni's back. 10 more seconds and the OD will be back. But again, we're back to the slow, methodical bashing of buildings that Radiant is doing this game.
Dyer's top barracks are getting ganged up.
Goes the range, working on the melee. All gonna go down pretty quick. Shockman comes out. Pounce. Catches there, so Ursa's rages. Slark is low. He needs to be careful or he may be the first death here. They're kind of diving deep. They're taking some shots from the tower. They may just want to get out. Maybe push out one of these other lanes. Timbersaw's kind of toying around with going back in. They have Overgrowth. They have 12 seconds for Overgrowth. They do have Stone Gaze back up, so if things get too out of hand, they have a way to deal with it. Dagger comes out. Tree doesn't even care about the dagger. Only got 1 point in the coup de grace. They're just going to group up, push mid. Slock Pounce, able to catch the OD. Repel gets him free. Saves him from some of that Dark Pack damage. There's the Root, setting up the fight here. Astral Imprisonment comes out. Here goes Slark again. Slark is eventually going to go down. That's the first kill. He's worth 418 gold. CM ult comes out. It's not enough. Medusa's ult. They're gonna get ravaged. Medusa goes down. That's 3 dead, 4 dead. Immediate, pretty much almost immediate respawn by the Timbersaw due to the Bloodstone. However, diving the tower that time, that was costly. That was costly. That was 1,700. About 23, 24 in a gold swing. As you can see, it dipped down quite a bit. It looks like almost 5,000 total. Very big fight taken there. Showing a little bit of survivability. And they might be able to chase down this Timbersaw, who ran back in for some reason. But no, he's gonna be able to sneak away. And Slark finds the bear, and that is a dead bear. There's the OD. He's going to Astral Imprison himself. I'm not sure where he's going to go from here. I guess maybe he's waiting for the PA to come in. Drops the hammer. Slark is low. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Gets the tree armor. Keeps Astraling himself. Trying to drag this out, but it's not going to be enough. He goes down. Triple kill streak ended by the Timbersaw. And it looks like maybe they're going to go work on some shrines. At least CM is. CM's like, don't worry guys, I got this. I'll get it there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
20 damage at a time, it'll get there.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
The passive of a sanctuary? No regen?
Wow!
Wow! So getting a lot of fun. Let's take a look at some items here. Glimmer Cape on CM. Ags out on Tree. So they're about to have all the vision in the world. We got Bloodstone on Timbersaw. Shadow Blade. Looking for maybe a Silver Edge. Looks like Silver Edge coming out for the Slark. MKB for the Medusa. Pretty good big items out. 21 minutes, 22 minutes. Working on getting these outer shrines taken care of. There is no longer any place for Dire to TP2, so they're going to go just immediately into Roche. Because they should be able to see the Dire coming if they decide to try to contest this. But I don't think there's any way they can contest this. They're basically just standing in the base, hoping that Radiant throws some more kills their way. Because they're at a almost 17,000 deficit right now. PA's working to get a BKB, but she don't have any damage items. We've got a
This'll come in handy.
Hood and Arcane Boots on the Omni, Rod of Atos in a bottle, some treads on the OD, and then Tidehunter's got his Midas, and that's about it. It's a sad day to be a Dire hero right now. Yeah, everybody but the CM is richer than the whole other team right now. So, and even CM is not at the bottom of the list. So it's a good day to be a CM if you're this rich at this point in the game. You're feeling okay. Indeed, it does not, Cazador. Indeed, it does not. Slark's going in. He's going to get some clicks on. He's not. Oh, he popped the shrine. That may change things. Oh, Timbersaw jumps in and says, "Nah, I got you." Looks like he was struggling with that. Big Ravage. Hits 4. But immediate Stone Gaze comes out. Astral Imprisonment comes out. CM ult. Overgrowth. Timbersaw gets another kill. 3 dead. Dire's defending. Again with not hitting the tower and going over here by the shrines. We saw this in the last game where Afro-Peruvians fought up against Infamous Games and lost the Ursa and the Wraith King 6 times near the tier 4s while they're still tier 3s up, and it ended up costing them the game. They've really got to hit these buildings sometimes, guys. However, the Timbersaw did escape. Does still have the Aegis. Probably just wait for his team to come up, and then they'll try to run at it again. Net worth is up to, well, I guess you would say it's down at this point, but there's still 15,000, almost 16,000 ahead. It's plenty of lead. However, they need to be careful about throwing it away like that. OD now has a Dragon Lance. Can start to dish out some of this damage. It's got 4 points up in the Arcane Orb now, so start whapping out the intelligence here. Timbersaw decides to go in. It's Astral. CM is slowly trying to chase. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. Here comes the PA. Dagger comes in. That sucks to be a CM. Catcha. Oh, Overgrowth. It's going to be enough. They are going to be able to take down the OD. Here comes the CM ult from high ground. Doesn't do a lot. Does just enough, though, I guess. Clark jumps in, is able to grab a hold of the PA. PA now gets rooted. They're going to be able to take her down. She's down. Here comes Timbersaw. He's still chasing. He's like, come here, Omni Knight. I want you to quit repelling people. And here they're diving the base again. No creeps this time. Slark is... They start taking shots from the tier 4. Timbersaw as well. Ursa's swiping away. Oh, Slark gonna get him. Slark's gonna be able to jump down and get him. Are they gonna be wise enough to back up this time? They are. They're gonna go straight for the tier 3. Immediate glyph comes out. They do have creeps in the base up here, so it will be possible to take this down without backdoor regen.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
It looks like the Medusa is able to grab the bottom tier 3 too. So now they just got 4 racks here to take. Tidehunter does have Blink Ravage, but I don't know that there's going to be any way that they can do enough damage, even if he does get a big Ravage off. OD's trying to build up some... And he's got 24 int. He could drop a big hammer. Are they going to be able to kill the Timbersaw? Timbersaw does go down. That's just the Aegis, though. And they're down to 1 Rax here. Here comes Guardian Angel. There's the Ravage. Hits 2. Slark immediately just Shadow Dances, gets all of his health back. And they do drop the hammer to take down the Timbersaw. But that is Mega Creeps. And I don't see any way that Infamous Gaming can hold on to this. Looks like Chief Blackhawk is going to take this Battle Cup. Jump in from the Timbersaw. Net. He jumps away. Dagger comes in. There's the Overgrowth. Huge Overgrowth. Chakram, Timber Chain, CM ult. BKBPA's like, I don't know that that's what I want. I'm going to go pop this creep. Give me a shrine. Please leave me alone. I want to go to the well. Clark is like, no, we can't go to the well. And GG's call. Chief Blackhawk victory. 28 minutes. Pretty one-sided. Did kind of wonder when it started out how they were going to lane that, and I don't think the way they laned it was the right way. So that is that. Game is over. Champion is Chief Blackhawk. Worked their way from the top all the way down. Infamous Gaming almost got it done. And so, there you go. North American Division Tier 4 Battle Cup. Fun cast. That's what we had. I had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I will upload these videos separately, each game separately, to YouTube. I'll split them up and do that later. If you want to see some more of my casting, that's on YouTube as well. I do it for fun. I don't do it all the time. Don't expect it to be great, but it's fun to do every once in a while, especially when I'm not really feeling like I want to play Dota myself, but I want to watch it. So, speaking of watching Dota, I do believe that the Vanilla Master